Hey Charles, how's it going today?
Lee, if I say better, that'd be you for the 40,000th time now. But now, before we get into the episode, Lee, this just dawned on me.
Uh,
We don't do common like in the moment news, but I just had to run this one by you.
why?
I have to. I gotta run it by you.
All right.
There was supposed to be a concert for America that even Vanilli from Milli Vanilli said no.
Huh.
But check this lineup out. Morris Day and the Time, Brett Michaels, Young MC, and now the only person who wants to do it is Vanilla Ice. Now, does anybody want to listen to Vanilla Ice to represent 250 years of American history?
I think that none of those acts, especially together, would even make me want to leave my house, let alone go to the concert.
Exactly. It would have been funny if they would have not dropped out all these groups. Martina McBride was another one. I think it would have been funny to see this train wreck of a concert that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But I just want to talk. I agree with you, Lee. I would have watched it online, though, like on YouTube. I would have laughed at it. But really, the best we can do is Brett Michaels.
Um,
Even though Lee said the greatest unplugged is Poison, folks.
but this wouldn't have been that, so this
No,
wouldn't
but
have been
Brett
as
Michaels.
good.
And then Vanilli from Milli Vanilli. Even he tapped out. No, he needs money. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
we're doing a review on the Lee Show, and you tell the fans at home what we're doing today, Lee.
We're doing some by Mindy Dipp. This is her first album.
Mindy Dipp, a great artist out of Bucksnort, Tennessee,
Yeah,
and with a great songwriter and
yeah,
pianist behind her
yeah.
on the great new record label called Bugs on Cheese Records.
Well,
You got Mindy Dipp.
um, well,
That should be your label name.
it's actually more like it goes from Pure East Bay Record Company to Camp Tree Records Incorporated, which is what I thought of as a little kid. But sometimes, once in a while, I use East 87th Street. Yeah, this is a project that I did, and even though she does the vocals, I wrote all of the music to this, and
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
and
For that one away.
Perchance wrote all of the lyrics, and Perchance also did the album cover, and I asked for Perchance to do lyrics to go with her style. So because Perchance also did the album cover according to my specifications, but the way her hair and everything, her it came up with that. So I told it what album it was and what number of song it was, and just said, do what you want to do, whatever whatever you want to do the song about. So this is one of the few purely complete collaborations with just me on music and Perchance on lyrics.
Okay. Uh, yeah, no, Bugs on Cheese is a vanity imprint of all your labels. It wouldn't be the
No, no,
best.
I think that that's just more for the few people in the know who don't know anything better about me.
Yeah, this is more of like a Whiskey Bent and Hellbound vanity label on these record dynasty that he's got going on here on the channel. And
Yeah,
so it's a country album.
yeah,
That one away. But
Yeah.
there's a little more to meet the eye than this one. There is. So I never know what to expect when this is the album, folks. But I mean,
Yeah.
I figured this one out pretty quickly, and
All right.
have my own takes on the tracks, and hopefully I don't hurt your feelings too much. All right.
All right.
Or
When it
maybe
comes
I'll
to
excite you.
when it comes to my music, the only thing that would hurt me more is if I start disliking it after I had started out liking it. Anyway,
Okay.
we can have you start if you want.
All right.
The
Yeah,
first
sure.
song is called "The Sound of a Slamming Door." What do you think of that?
Pretty solid country feel, but has a bit of a pop feel at the same time. So there's a pretty cool mix of styles here. Pretty kind of Hayden type lyrics there, perchance. Mindy seems to be a bit of an unhappy girl. Features a nifty little bit of piano in here too. Pretty decent little poppy country tune.
Okay, I put this is a good opening song, and every time I hear it, I usually feel very good about it because of the way that the words and the melody work together well, and I would like it if this song became more well known. All right, now for Love Lost at 3 a.m. This is one that is really good, and I think it would be even better to hear it while on the highway at 3 a.m. to hear the impact of the song. This is another one that I think people need to know about because it's good and it's one of the better things that I've written. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty laid back vibe to it. It's the type of song that I wish Shania Twain would give a whirl and try. What's definitely cool is it's a solid mix of piano-driven pop with country sensibilities, which works surprisingly well. Another cool cut here. So Shania Twain, check this one out.
All right. And what do you think of Ain't Pretty When I Cry?
This one is almost a bit too poppy. It's as if it's the Juice Newton cut here or something. But if you're going for a crossover, it works in that vein. So my assessment doesn't mean it's bad. It's just a little too poppy for something I'd go for. But many, 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 many others would disagree with me. And this would appeal to them, and that's not a bad thing at all.
All right. I put this one seems more like a deep cut. It's still good and it's still worth hearing, but it doesn't seem like the song that would be the hit. But still, it's as good as what could be the hits. And now for Your Saving Grace. This is one of my favorite songs here. I like the words and the music and how they work with the message of the song. I think it's really cool. What do you think?
Well, this one leans back more in the country pocket. It's a bit like Bruce Hornsby wrote some country tunes. And that's kind of the feel overall so far. Definitely on this one. This is mature country music. Not for the simple-minded, which is a good thing as well. This was something sound-wise I can go for more. Probably the best song I've heard up to this point.
Oh, okay. What do you think of Just Another Bruise?
This one's got a slight jazz feel to it, which is an interesting thing to mix with country. Could you imagine prog rock mixed with country? I really couldn't. And thank you for not doing that. And it's got a little pop in it too, so it's a mix of three styles there. It's a decent tune, but it leans a little too poppy for me. I would have stayed with the jazz country thing. Not so bad for a style I'm not into.
Okay, I put another one of my favorites. This is one that I think would sound good while eating breakfast in the diner. I like how it came out, and I think it's a cool song. Okay, now for Two Half-Empty Towns on a One-Lane Map. This one is musically and lyrically a little different, as if it was our attempt at trying to do something that was a little more upbeat and positive, and so it's good as a change of pace. It might not be my favorite piece on here, but I do like to hear it sometimes because it has an ever so slightly different shift or point of view. What do you think?
Yeah, let me get back with the country here. And it's if Miss Dipp was like, okay, damn it, give me some of that country now. And the writer said, okay, ma'am. I mean, it does have a slight contemporary feel, but just real slight. I like this one and the style quite a bit, so it was a pretty cool song.
Okay, what do you think of Love's the Highway?
One thing it seems for me on this one, this is like the Grammy going for country, which, believe you me, there is a market for that. This one comes across as if we're going all in for the awards type of sound. Someone's got to win them, right? I mean, some solid vocals here, but this would be one I would turn the channel if it's me on the radio. But that doesn't mean that I'm right, because somebody else would turn to it and love it. So don't take my word for it. I understand this. At least that's the way I interpret it. Like, I don't necessarily like it, but I think a lot of other people would.
Okay, I put, this one isn't necessarily one of my favorites, but I still do like to hear it once in a while because it's got an interesting point of view and the music fits it, so it's still a good song, but it's just not one of the ones that I turn to most often when I hear this. Alright, and so now for Penny on the Tracks. This is one of the ones that I like a lot. It's an interesting song, and I think its placement on the album fits the flow nicely. What do you think?
Another thing I can say, even on some of the ones, when I haven't, it's really an odd thing, because even the tracks, a couple tracks that I didn't really like me personally, I see the appeal, I would see why others would. And there's something to be said for that. But this isn't one of those, because this sounds like sophisticated country music. I mean, really, it sounds sophisticated, period. I like this one quite a bit, actually, due to that sophisticated type sounds going on. This is well written and structured. It's a cool song that is just that, and that's what I say. When it sounds good, it's good. Don't matter what fucking style it is, and this is a good one here.
Okay, what do you think of Whiskey River?
This one comes across as if the song was written in one style, then it was hopped to a country singer, and then they countryed it up. I mean, hell, Def Leppard's Love Bites was actually a country ballad. And so I suppose it could be the other way around. Unfortunately, this was a bit boring. This one for me, in my mind, I must confess.
Okay, I put, even though none of the songs can really be considered rock, this is almost close enough for people who want to say that there is a rock song on it. I will say there was something of an attempt on our part to at least give a little bit of a blues edge to it, even though it was more of a subdued thing. But it's still a good song, and I like it quite a bit. Now for the last song, Just Another Heart. One of my favorites on the album, and perhaps close to being my very favorite. The music and the words are great, and it's a really fine album closer. I think it's really cool. What do you think?
Yeah, because the album of the track, it sounds like another pop song with the artist countrified. But for me, it has a bit more of an appeal to me than the Whiskey River track. There's a little bit of fire in this one at points. And I would recommend for people to try this record out. Because, I mean, modern country music, I've heard it. It reminds me of modern pop music, modern rap music, modern whatever. It all sounds homogenized and shit. And this does not. This is something that would appeal to people that don't want to hear the same old, something with a little brains behind it. So overall, the album was a strong effort. Even if there was a track or a couple tracks where it's not for me, it was better than what's on the radio today. I promise you that.
Yeah.
So, A+ for effort from the works of Lee Grossman.
Yeah, and I would say that I agree that there were a few tracks that I didn't even care for all that much, even though I wrote them. But I wrote them like that. So
at least, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Hey, I mean, there's songwriters, they write shit that ain't for them, but if it makes money in the songwriting business, that's all that matters. I mean, it's not, but it was still better than.
Yeah, it's still better than a lot of stuff.
Yeah, have you heard the song Fancy Like?
I don't know
you
that
don't
title.
Want to. Yeah, no, you don't want to. I mean, literally, a lot of modern country music is the same as modern pop music. It's all homogenized, and it's shit.
Yeah.
There's no individuality. There's nothing. It all just blends together. That's what's wrong with modern music. Yes, I'm old, and I don't give a fuck. Get off my lawn. Your Dua Lipas and all that shit. I want to hear cool, different stuff. And this is sophisticated for grown-ups.
Yeah.
So if you're a grown-up, check this out. Shania Twain, definitely check out a track too, because you need help. And great job on this effort, Lee.
All right, thank you. All right. Well, take care, everybody, and thank you, Charles. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.